Bird, I thought you were about to vomit.
What are you talking about?
Right as the intro hit, you go, and you ran out of the room.
Oh, no. I just had a little burp working.
Okay.
I had a carbonated beverage before I got here.
It had me a little concerned there, buddy. But I'm glad. You doing okay?
Yes, I'm doing fine.
Tony Gump?
Doing pretty good.
Everybody good? Everybody in a good mood?
You know what? Let me change that. I don't want to say I'm doing fine because whenever you say that, that's code word for everything sucks.
That's why I said it, yeah.
Yeah, and even though everything does suck with me, I'm doing really well. That's what I'm going to say from now on.
Is it because you're scouring classmates.com for some women before the show?
You watching? No, yeah.
I know none of your old classmates are watching.
Yeah,
this.
I mean, I found some old pictures from my graduating class. I was in a bunch of them. But I remember one chick, and her name, God-given name, was Bambi. And she was hot, of course, had a hot bod. And then one day, and I know she meant to do it, she was like, she acted all innocent, kind of dumb blondish. It had been snowing, and she took a picture, or got someone to take a picture of her in a bikini out in the snow.
Wow.
She thought that, that was cute and fun. Man, let me tell you, there was some serious downstairs work going on in a lot of guys.
Wow.
And and she was like, "Isn't this cute?" We're like, "Yeah."
I hate to bring up a sore subject, but was back then was it a bush?
Well, I don't know. It was a bikini, but I mean it
wasn't any hanging out the side or anything.
No.
Okay.
I mean, from my experience,
nothing wrong with a bush.
Yeah, no jungles. They were always trimmed from my experience. My vast experience.
Let's get this started, okay?
JT 1999.
Oh my gosh, JT.
Can't stay long, but wanted to show some love.
JT's the best.
JT.
I can't wait to go to the beach with him. I'm so excited, JT. When are we going?
Best. Boy, Bird's coming in hot. Go back to his camera.
I know.
Look how big he is. Look how big he is. Look at this. All right, watch. You're going to watch in real time us back John Bird out. Oh, that's a little, that's better.
Is that better, or am I still?
He may still be a little big.
Am I still a monster?
Hot when he sat down.
Was he sitting too far?
How about that?
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's perfect. Tony Gump is a man of many talents, and he just hit his knee on my chair.
Ah, shit, that hurt.
What are you doing?
I was putting my microphone
I
on
always forget. I forget.
He always keeps his tablet going so he can watch himself. I know you want to see the chat, because from your angle, you can see the chat there, but it's kind of small.
Oh, yeah.
You're fixed one.
Well, no, I mean, even at, if I was like 41, it's really hard to see. I mean, you can see it. I mean, I can sort of see that one, but
yeah.
I mean, look, you got that big old thing back there.
Well, there's nothing wrong with it because I keep a tablet here just so I don't miss any super chats, but I also have the chat in front of me on the big screen, so.
Yeah, Andrew's always organized and ready.
I am. I do this for a living.
He is almost as prepared as Tony.
Almost.
But you're prepared in a different way. You prepare things in a different way because you're in a different situation. Now, Tony, I think, thinks more long-term in his preparation.
Tony's a lot like Trump. He's always 12 steps ahead.
Yes, I agree.
Always 12 steps ahead.
Try to be 12 steps ahead. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. JJ, everybody. Speaking of J's, I think it will be appropriate for us to check on Fish Tank as we continue to do these shows, just so we don't really miss anything. Mm-hmm. And we've always got Fish Tank on standby because if something pops off, we want to obviously.
I sure would like to be in that.
God, could you imagine?
I
if
could
John
screw
Burke was on
everything
Fish Tank?
up, man. Pick fights. I mean, I could. Oh my God.
Look at go to bedroom 2 real quick. I want you to look at this. Look at this bedroom.
Tell you what, while you're looking at that, do just a quick short thumbnail explanation for those that don't know.
Oh, Fish Tank. So Fish Tank is essentially Big Brother. It's just a random internet show like
Redneck
Big Brother with autistic Gen Zers. Look at these rooms. Look how trash.
It's already trashed.
This house right here is the first one they used on season 1.
Man, how can you?
Oh my gosh.
Let's keep going. Oh yeah.
That's not not too
There's a
bad.
nice little hole right
Is
here.
that
yeah.
Oh, that's a Swiffer, like a burn thing.
Yeah. Okay.
You can see it's not been used.
What is going on?
Okay, somebody's camping out.
They got a half pipe in here. What do you call that? It's not a half pipe. What is that called? The skateboarding thing.
Ramp.
Just a ramp. I don't know.
I
don't
do
know.
like
What's
it.
this up with this New York Stock Exchange?
I don't know, but I like that. I like that. It gives them a little bit of the outside world.
Is that their own names in there? Or
Yes.
Is that, okay.
So I guess it's gauging their personal
I
stock.
don't know if they're watching their own. Yeah. Oh, look at this.
Somebody's
R.I.P.
dead.
Kane, one of the contestants, maybe.
Huh.
Oh, that's so
That
sad.
is sad. Oh God!
Just like Homebird.
How many are in there? Andrew?
I think that starts at 10, but then they bring in people they call freeloaders. Somebody took the Cybertruck. It's gone. They bring in freeloaders and celebrity guests.
There was a
and so-
homeless guy last year, wasn't there?
Yes. Alex Stein. Alex Stein brought in a homeless guy last year. Let's get some volume on this.
Fuck Lutely, fuck not.
You
dude.
come
Fuck
from
no.
different keeping the job. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Doctor, where's my nipple gone? Oh no.
Add it to the collection.
That's why I broke this bitch is not a small.
That guy, a second to the right, is
Yeah, I thought you
giving
were
me
dying in your sleep, bro.
definitely
It sounded
creepy
like
Do
vibes.
you remember? I was there till 5 in the morning.
when she didn't have the mask, I thought she was going to
Did you
die.
see
Are you
that?
talking about this one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, me
I
too.
was like smacking her.
Dude,
trying to wake
I-
her
Okay,
pulled her around.
let's go to the next room. We're just gonna analyze the house real quick.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. We got a little pizza date
That,
going
that's
on.
a nice looking room.
Yeah, of you.
He's already trying too hard. I can tell.
Oh, that dude's much more creepy than the last guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at his body language. He's nervous. He's trying. It ain't happening. Sorry.
They
fella.
probably got him on a mission, on a what do you call it? A challenge where those two have to be on a date. I bet that's what they did. Because they'll randomly come up with stuff. They'll be like, you got to be on a date and you've got to convince her to sleep with you or whatever.
Yeah, that would be more along the lines.
But
of-
they would never like force somebody to sleep with somebody they didn't want to.
Right.
But if you do it, you do it.
Thinking 12 steps ahead. You know.
exactly.
So that's the director.
The Trump house.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our official daily tour. We're gonna do a daily tour of the fish tank house. There was a clip I saw earlier. I guess this is from earlier today. One of the guys, I guess, was drunk. And look at this still shot. Remember the wheelchair guy? Look at him. He's like laying in the floor.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That guy is really committed to the fish
I'm a
house.
race car.
The fish tank. Fish tank house. This guy in the black shirt's apparently drunk, and the girl in the yellow shirt ends up choking him out because he's acting belligerent.
Whoa.
It's enough, bro. You're in the fucking doghouse. Where's my rules? Where's your proof?
Look at her, man. She's beast.
He's trying to steal that guy's backpack. For some
She's
reason.
MMA.
to pay for this. You're getting it for free.
Where's that Butterbean guy? He's not back.
He's in the-
soft pup or whatever.
No, it's gonna get out. Guys, help me.
This is all you. This is all you, dude.
She is full on MMA, man.
Just kicked him. Y'all are gonna hurt the wheelchair guy. Y'all be careful where you're stepping.
So there's a wheelchair guy and a guy that can't walk.
Who can't walk?
Right?
What is your
I mean,
problem?
our race car
What the
guy.
fuck is your
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Race car
No,
guy.
he's over in the corner there.
He's on the right there on the left.
Yeah, but there's also a wheelchair.
Oh, I see that. I think she's probably just chilling in a wheelchair. I don't think
Oh,
she's
okay.
actually in a wheelchair,
Okay.
like for good. Anyway, so
What's he
that's what's going on Fish Tank. I was wondering.
Man, they're having some fun.
Yeah, they are. I still think you'd be perfect for Bird, personally.
You would be.
Yeah,
Dave.
but I'm not Gen Z.
Oh, I think they'd let you. They'd probably let you come in as a freeloader. Just somebody like if you came in as a freeloader, you're kind of there on behalf of the production team, and they may tell you to cause problems for people.
And we do have a little connection with like Alex Stein because he knows the guy, so it's possible.
I think I would probably go in as a very nice guy who was constantly cleaning up behind people, but I was a very close talker. I would follow someone around and be very polite, but I would be right in their face.
And
when they're like, I got to use the bathroom, I would just sit outside and continue talking. I would pick somebody,
That's a good idea.
until they tried to get physical with me, and then I'd beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, you would snap.
And then I'd go back to being nice. Oh, man. You got to mess with these people.
Yeah, we got the Alex Stein connection. Unfortunately, Alex Stein won't respond to me anymore, so really want to get him on the show.
Man.
I don't know what his deal is. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Scott, Boomer, Mike Chris, the Tile Guru, John Bird's in the chat.
He's awesome.
Jordan, does that mean Jordan's in here? Does that mean Jimmy Jam's in here? Did I miss him?
Jimmy
There he
Jam's
is.
in here.
Jimmy Jam.
Peanut butter and Jimmy Jam.
Sassy girl, Scott Seal.
We've got some packages
Your wife
that have been my wife.
is in here.
She's
Is it?
here.
Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, my wife's not a package. All right.
That was wrong timing on his part.
I always she's working, so I don't ever know when she gets in here or not. But I try to tell her when we're going live. So we got some packages, but I think we're gonna wait until our live tomorrow to open them.
That's smart. I think we should always open packages we receive on the Friday Night Live.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. It's kind of hard to do because you get a package and you want to immediately open it, but
Yeah, we just don't leave them with me.
yeah,
That's
we
not.
won't.
That's not good.
They're right there at the end of the table. All right, so don't quit looking. Quit looking.
That one's partially open. Can I look in there?
No, you cannot.
Oh, so it's something that we haven't seen yet.
Correct. Nobody's seen any of that.
All right. Well, who opened it? Who opened it? Somebody's
probably
seen it.
Amazon. Amazon's been slacking lately.
Yeah, the Amazon driver opened it and then gave it back to me, and I never
All right,
looked at it.
Look, I'm going to do this.
All right, go ahead and open that one.
All right.
Just go ahead and open it.
No, I don't want.
No, do
okay,
it. Just
do
open it. Just open it. It's fine.
Tony?
I know you're not going to be able to let it go.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just go ahead.
No.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Open it.
Okay, no, don't open it.
No. Pull it out of the package. Tell us what it is.
No.
See what you do to your kids. You give them the crappiest gift on
Oh
Christmas. They
no,
won't
no, I
stop
don't want to
harassing
open
you.
this.
Just pull it out.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
Show the camera. What is it?
My God, you can smell it from outside of the can.
No way. Wow.
Get that
Look,
face.
it's why is it
It's been
look,
dented. It's gonna taste even worse.
why is it so it's like so expanded, like it's really been
Oh
through.
crap! The other ones aren't.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, all right.
Like it's
Jimmy
extra.
Jim, I know what you did. You shook it up, so when we open it, when it's like that, it will spray everywhere.
Yeah, it's extra fermented, I guess.
I don't.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't remember who. We'll have to see who sent that, but
It
it
was-
might have been sitting in a truck real hot for a little bit before it came.
Yeah, it was Jimmy Jam and Jordan. Bulge can is normal part of natural fermentation
Ah,
process.
okay.
It says it right there on the front.
See, there you go, Bird. It'll be fine.
Open underwater outdoors. Open underwater.
It's so he gets extra juice when he tries it.
Do you open this
I
in the
think there's
swimming pool?
plenty of juice in there.
It says best before 2/26, so it's definitely not expired.
It's just like ramen noodles. You just put a little water, heat it up, you're good.
I'm telling you, I am going to have some crackers with it.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can have what you honestly you can have whatever you want, a chaser, something to drink,
And I
something to
cannot
eat.
like put, like rub something under my nose like they do when they're looking at bodies or anything to help with the smell, right?
I mean, if you'll smell it once and then do it before you eat it, that'll be fine. But you
Okay.
gotta at least know what it smells like.
Okay, all right. I'll pick me up some of that peppermint stuff. Is what
I feel like the expanded can is not normal, but this one they needed to get
Well, they
rid of it, and
they
they made a
explained
label
it.
for it to say they put this on after the fact. And they were like, it's totally normal. Don't worry about it. All right, yeah, put that back in the package.
And
just
I
to
would
make
think
sure.
the smelling stuff under his nose should be okay as long as he eats some,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We just need you to, before you put the smelling stuff on your nose, to do that original opening. Now the question is, how do you open it? Because I mean, with the
Very
shape,
carefully in some water.
with the shape it is. I mean, how do you can't use a can opener on it because it's like smooth around. Do we have to just stab it with a knife and
a jigsaw.
yeah?
I don't know.
We just have
You
to
have to
bring
use
some
like
tools.
a chisel.
I haven't even looked at it really. I'm sure we could YouTube whatever later and find out.
This is going to be a disaster.
I'm
So
already
let's
nauseous.
go ahead and talk about how this is going to play out. So we're going to go outside, you and I, and I'm gonna be the cameraman, and we'll be zooming back in here
Okay.
with Tony.
Yeah.
Okay.
and we'll just play it out in real time, and then once you die or whatever happens from this, we'll come back inside.
Unalive. He did it again. Even
We're
I
done.
don't do
that.
No wonder.
Yeah.
I've
got some long gloves.
We just got booted.
No way.
We just got booted.
Yeah, we did.
From YouTube.
Are we still streaming on the other? Did that really did it?
Is it because I said that?
Yes. I mean, it was an immediate thing. They must have been like monitoring right there.
What the actual hell, man?
It's like they have a full-time person watching this show and waiting for the exact second.
I mean, how did they ding us so quick?
That had to have been AI. There's no human could be that fast.
God, it was
Yeah.
such.
Yeah. Of course. Did you say LK earlier?
No, I
It was
said,
the phrase that he said it in.
I didn't say ilk. I said I day.
But I was just trying to remember. Did you say it earlier and then it took him a while to catch up?
No, I mean, I said I alluded to the possibility of Sir Stroming unaliving you because it's so nasty. Not literally, but when I said that was seconds and they booted us.
Yeah, it's got to be. Well, what did I tell you about AI? Oh, look at the cute videos. Then it's going to start censoring us. You know what? If liberals are in control of YouTube AI, it's just saying it's still been removed.
Hold on. What's going on here?
Hello. Is there anybody out there?
That is so weird.
That is bizarre. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're back in.
Good Lord, man, it's making me nervous. I'm like, did they axe our channel or what?
Okay, so seriously, even a human being would have been that fast after that phrase. It had to have been AI.
Yeah.
Refresh our stream chat. Make sure we're on the up and up.
Okay. Well, it's starting all brand new, so.
Make sure.
Yeah, we're back on.
Everything's such
Yep, there we go.
They can't handle the bird, says Irons Ford. I don't know, but that stuff stresses me out because it's like, granted, we've got a lot of weapons at our disposal.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the Bubba Army Network, we could probably, if a channel got completely wiped, we could get the word out pretty quickly, but that's still a lot of work that would be...
Yeah.
Let me check, make sure they didn't send me an email and be like, you did.
Well, it might be an email saying if anybody's in trouble or needs help, please, let them know or whatever. But it was a phrase that you said and it referred to somebody jokingly at the end not being able to breathe anymore kind of thing. So, man, they were on it, though. That's surprising, actually.
Yeah. I didn't get an email from them or anything, so I don't know what caused it, but...
Yeah.
That was a good first 15 minutes.
It was kicking.
I mean, we were cooking. It's like, I don't know. Seriously, though, I don't know what it was. I don't know what could have caused that because I've said that word before.
I know.
But
it was the phrase into it, like AI detected as like maybe an act or a promotion of a certain act, possibly like feeding somebody something and then somebody happening to them.
Maybe. Well,
that's just a guess.
It's just like my TikTok that I got, John Bird's record label. It was just flying along, and all of a sudden, I went from like 400 or 500 views to 2, 3, 4, and it happened several times. So I went in and looked, and they had slapped on about 70% of my videos alerts that limited it. It was like extreme gore and violence.
Man,
like, what? Sexually explicit content, and it's just people that can't sing. But I appealed it, and then they, allowed us to do it. It's AI.
I don't know.
It's happening.
Some people are saying that it lagged. It was like it lagged out on their end. That would make more sense if YouTube lagged out.
They really need to do something with their servers and bump it up.
They're having problems lately, that's for sure, because we've had no problems with the other ones.
Well, maybe that's going to make me feel better. Let me go back and watch the end of this on... Because we're on X as well. If you look up Andrew McLean Who, you can watch us on there.
Yeah.
I can't remember who. We'll have to see who sent that, but it might have been sitting up there. It'll be fine.
That's weird hearing myself. I don't know what the hell.
So it's definitely
definitely not expired. It's just like ramen noodles. You just put a little water, heat it up.
Here it comes.
Okay, so yeah, it's lagging on Twitter as well. So maybe it's our software. Maybe we might need some sort of update or something.
Is there an update for it?
I don't know. We'll have to check.
We'll have to check that, but I know the internet connection is like
Yeah.
pristine.
Yeah, we're ruling things out.
We got zooming internet here, so I don't know. I don't know what it is. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna quit complaining about it.
Let's
but-
try and
Maybe
get
if
back
we
in
don't
the
talk
zone.
about it, it won't
No,
happen.
it's like, when stuff like this happens, it just throws us off, and we can't like get back in the groove. I'm just like,
We can always talk about Trump or something.
let's talk about Trump. That's the only thing that's going to bring me back from this disaster.
Yeah.
Did y'all see what the European leaders at NATO are now calling Trump? They're calling him Daddy.
No,
That's what his friends call him.
I'm not even lying about that. It used to be a joke. We'd be like, oh, Daddy Trump. They're actually calling him Daddy. You want proof?
Yeah.
Here's a NATO meeting yesterday while he was in, where was he at? Norway, Amsterdam, something.
Amsterdam, I think, yeah, or something.
And they're talking, this is the chairman, the security general of NATO, and they're talking about the Israel-Iran thing.
I mean, we may do papers on it, Marco. Maybe we're going to do papers. I don't even know if you need them. They're not going to be fighting each other. They've had it. They've had a big fight, like two kids in a schoolyard. You know, they fight like hell. You can't stop them. Let them fight for about 2-3 minutes. Then it's easier to stop them.
Daddy has to sometimes use strong language.
You have to use strong language. Every once in a while, you have to use a certain word.
He said the daddy has to use
This
strong
isn't
language.
AI. This is real.
That's real. 100% real.
Yes.
Daddy Trump. Daddy Trump.
Even a lot of his friends call him that, like Kid Rock and them.
And it only took 24 hours for the Trump store to come out with some new merchandise, which is this new T-shirt.
Me like.
I immediately sent that to Trish, and I'm like, you know what to do. Give me a Daddy Trump shirt. That's so good.
That's cool. And it's an orange.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Everything I love is an orange. Tennessee Vols right there.
Mm-hmm.
You got
Trump.
Trump.
Yeah. Pumpkins.
I don't really like pumpkins.
Oh.
I like
Cheez-Its are good,
oranges.
too.
Cheez-Its.
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 Yes. What else is orange that's awesome?
Oranges are pretty good,
Fanta.
actually.
Fanta has an orange drink.
Fanta's decent. Orange
Now,
drink's
Fanta was
good.
like Volkswagen, though. They were founded by Nazis. We can't talk about Fanta.
Are they really?
Oh, no.
Yeah, you can look it up. Fanta was founded, by
Sunkissed.
the people.
Sunkissed.
Yeah, there you
We'll
go.
go with Sunkissed.
Well, how was
Here, I'll tell. All right, here we go.
we got a
So they
documentary
invented
on that?
interstates. You knew that the Autobahn because
Volkswagens,
Yeah.
Fantas, and Kanye West.
I could have
They
sworn
invented all of those things.
Fanta, hold on. Maybe I got it mixed up. There's one.
You said
orange-
you've got Fanta. You need Fanta.
Oh, okay. There's the problem. I'm like, there's no way.
What is Fanta? I don't
Okay.
even know what that is.
French version.
Fanta.
Fanta was invented in Germany.
Oh
It
my
was,
God!
It was created by Coca-Cola GmbH. What is that?
Coca-Cola was with Germany.
The German bottling company, which during World War II in 1940, due to a shortage of Coca-Cola ingredients because of trade embargoes. So
So it's basically as German with the Nazis, just like Volkswagen is Fanta, same type of thing.
Man,
interesting.
And don't forget, Henry Ford was a big fan of them too. So
yeah, Henry Ford was a piece of work. He's still making cars that are shit. I can attest.
All this time later.
5 times I can attest.
All this time, and he still sucks at it.
Yep. Yep.
I'm just glad I
Toyota.
was right about the Fanta thing.
Toyota, Audi, Hyundai. It's a little hit or miss, but it's better than Ford.
South Korea, right?
Yes.
Hyundai. Okay, well they're friends.
And Tesla. Those are where your solid cars reside.
Well, Tesla's the most American car right now. Yeah.
yeah.
That is true.
Yep.
That is very true. Trump drops the F word the other day. That's where that whole conversation came up with the NATO leader. And if you recall, it was last Friday, he dropped the F-bomb in front of reporters to express his frustration over Israel and Iran possibly breaking the ceasefire. And when a big moment happens like that, because everybody was talking about it, but when a big moment like that happens, the first thing the internet does is they create a song, a remix. And so that's what they've done with the Trump F-bomb, with this new banger.
You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. You understand that? They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. You understand that?
Kenneth Hagan.
Violated it too. Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs like I've never seen before. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when they say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. The biggest load that we've seen. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. You understand that? They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. You understand that? So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really
All right.
happy.
That's phenomenal.
Man.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah, that AI is making us laugh.
Yes.
Before it'll make us cry.
Oh, good stuff. Got a little Kenneth Copeland in there, too.
Oh, now that was genius.
Does it get any better than that? Remember the Kenneth Copeland COVID song? COVID-19, I blow.
Now he is a demon.
The wind of God.
He is a demon.
That's one of my favorite remixes. Between that, remember, what's his name? Antoine Dotson. They're climbing in your window.
Oh, yeah.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. And then the Charles Ramsey one. Remember? He was like, I knew something was wrong when a pretty little white girl ran to a black man's arm. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. My neighbor got big testicles.
Somebody needs to get the rights to
every day.
that and create a playlist for Spotify or Apple Music.
I think it's on Spotify, actually. I wonder if we're allowed to play it. Or do we just need to stop testing our limits?
Do we? I think we test the limits every episode. Not anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, we need to probably do some
Dead giveaway.
some research.
Hell no.
Now, since we got booted from the first one, do you want to just revisit, show people what's in that package real quick for people that are...
All right.
Because we completely wiped out that first one. This is what John Bird will be doing on this Friday's Live.
No, not this Friday. I'm getting my ear pierced this Friday. I told you I need an extra week to prepare for this.
Okay.
I'm going to need to eat I'm going to eat probably a few sort of nasty things.
So you
this
let
week.
Jimmy Jam and his wife buy this, and now they got to sit here and think about it for a week?
Yes.
And you're going to let this ferment further? That sounds like a bad idea.
Yes, no. I know what bullshit you're trying to pull. You're trying to get me to do it tomorrow. No, I'm piercing my ear tomorrow.
Okay.
And then next week, because we got to, we've got to work out logistics.
We don't have. Well, we need to discuss that, by the way, which we haven't discussed with you. We may have to. We may have to do next week's Friday Night Live on Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah, because I'm going out of town. I've already told you this.
Oh, excuse me.
So, would you be cool with doing it Wednesday? Because you're tied up Tuesday. Tony's tied up Monday, and so Wednesday is our only day. We can do a pod and a members only on Sunday afternoon, as you suggested.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that seems like that may work out. But the only other day we have is Wednesday.
So you're talking about Wednesday evening?
Wednesday evening, 7:00, like normal, unless y'all want to start earlier than that. I'm off Thursday, but I'm sure nobody else
I can
is.
try. I'm doing some heavy labor on Wednesday for money. Pretty heavy outdoor labor. So I may be.
You talking about being here? Or you talking about eating that?
I'm talking about eating that.
Well, that's why you do it. That's why you do it tomorrow. Get it out of the way. You pierce your ear on Wednesday.
No.
I think you should do them both at the same time.
Yeah, same time.
I think both of you can kiss my ass is what I think. You're not trying it.
You pierce your ear, and I'll drop the little fishy in your mouth as you lean back.
No, because you have to remember there's got to be logistics. We need time to work on this. We need the weekend to work on this. We've got to find out. We got to scout locations in the backyard. I've got full gloves like this, but I've got to get goggles. I've got a mask. And then I need a like a poncho.
We can pull the security cameras up and find a spot right now in the backyard. I mean, that's not.
It's not happening Friday. I tell you that. You can look all you want. Find one.
That's fine.
Tony, do you have a suggestion? It's your yard.
I'm thinking I'll come up with something.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll.
You want to
figure
be
something.
careful. Don't have it close to the. You want to be away from the house and away from other neighbors.
Yeah, you don't. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
It seems to me like we should film it and then play the film on the live.
No, I said
we gotta
it's
do
got to
it
be
live.
live.
It's gotta be live. It's gotta be live.
It's got to be.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We need to talk about the this new socialist mayor that's been elected as the Democrat nominee for New York. Have you looked into any of that at all?
A little bit.
He is a full-blown communist. We've just skipped the socialist word, and we've just gone full-blown communist. He's got some wacky ideas, such as abolishing the NYPD, abolishing prisons. We're just going to let all the people out of prison. $30 an hour minimum wage.
Is hemp legal there? Oh.
Hemp will probably be legal, unlike in Alabama. And I mean, he's got some cockamamie stuff, like crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Here, this is part of his victory speech from Tuesday. Okay, I don't think this one doesn't. I don't think this one has volume. Actually, I'm just looking at the.
Nope.
It doesn't, does it?
No, that one is a mono.
That's a mono thing. People are idiots.
Typical communist stuff. Typical.
It straight up sounds just like Fidel Castro's way of thinking.
Yeah, it is. It's very similar to that. So there's really no reason to listen to it.
Yeah.
It's it's just. And the thing about that is, a lot of people would say, well, that dude's too crazy to get elected overall by all the people of New York. But being the Democrat nominee in a place like New York is almost a rubber stamp to win the election.
Mm-hmm.
At least previously. That has been the case in the past. Now, this is going to be a new test for New York to see if they can decide to go a different route. But there will be that guy. I didn't even look at the Republican side because most of the time that's irrelevant. And then there's going to be Eric Adams, the current mayor. He left the Democrat Party and is now an independent, but he's caught a lot of heat from a lot of people. So, this
I think the other
guy,
guy's Andrew Cuomo.
Well, no, he was running against this guy, and Cuomo conceded because he was running for the Democrat ticket.
Oh, my bad.
So I don't know, man. It's gonna be.
Did I say
weird.
Chris or Andrew? It was Andrew.
Andrew.
You said Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew's
Okay.
the New York one.
Right.
And Chris Cuomo's, what'd they call him?
Fredo.
Fredo. He's Mr. Macho, roid rage guy. He's got his own show on News Nation. He's always on there with like Bill O'Reilly and stuff.
Yeah, he pretends to be in the center.
Yeah. News Nation is, I don't know. I mean, maybe News Nation is probably the closest thing to center, but it doesn't mean it's any good. Like, I don't watch it.
It's not compelling. I've watched a couple of things on it.
And they still fall for the January 6th narrative still
Yeah,
to this day.
if you're
and
still,
the other things, that go on.
Yeah, if you're still latching onto those two things, January 6th and the you-know-what, then you need to find another hobby because all of that's been exposed. Like, we actually know what happened on January 6th now.
Yep.
It's not like the day after.
You mean January J. Say. I'm so scared. I'm scared shitless they're going to bump us.
Just say J6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
J6.
Okay. I'm scared.
I should just test the limits.
Keep looking at your phones.
No, remember, it was a lagging thing. Like YouTube booted us off, or it's Streamlabs or something. It wasn't what we said. Because I think the ILK word was not.
The timing was very suspicious.
It was.
Yeah. So.
It was. Hey, last week I was feeling really bad like this week. And Boomer takes me out to eat lunch.
Oh, yeah.
Every now and then. And he took me out to eat lunch Friday. Thank you, Boomer. And we had a great time.
Good.
And then he started driving. I said, well, this isn't the way to my house. And he said, no. I said, what? He said, we're going to McQueen Center.
Oh, my
now,
God.
that's like a science center for kids.
Right.
And neat little experiments.
You
and
got
things.
hammered by David Lynham for that.
Yes, that's right. We had an interesting time, and we took video. And when I got home over the weekend, I thought, I'm going to take a look at it. So I was able to edit it down to 2 minutes, and I put together a video. If y'all want to play it, we had a really good time, and the shows.
Okay,
All right.
So the very first episode of Boomer and the Bird, the McWayne Center episode.
Hey, we're gonna get JB's laid at the McWayne Center today.
No, they're young moms here. So,
Well, you got to go where the kids are to find ladies.
well, I'll probably see if I can find a grandma.
No.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have
We're not
fun.
looking for gifts, we're looking for meals.
Jeez, Boomer.
I'll see you in there.
All right, JB.
Yeah, man.
Here's what you got to do. You got to have a strut.
Wow. Look at that strut. Got his Bubba Army shirt on.
All the little black kids
Yeah,
were
look
staring
at those
at me.
muscles.
I know.
We look badass, dude.
Let's dance.
I look like a gorilla.
All right, Boomer, time me. Screw it.
Jeez,
Very
John.
impatient.
How did you get so big and I'm so small?
I don't know. Look at this. I'm getting bigger.
And I'm getting smaller.
Help me, y'all. I currently went in the bathroom so Boomer would not be around me. He has got a gun on me. We're here at the McQueen Center, and he wanted to just have some fun. I don't know what that means. But if you get this message, please help. I'm in bathroom number 2. Okay, we're going to change our view.
That gum's about to fall out your mouth.
Yeah.
I quit. I hate this.
John Bird gets a blowjob at McLean Center. All right, John Bird is going to outrun a dinosaur.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
You're extinct.
Yeah, I
What are
sucked
you
at that.
discovering in there?
A whole new world.
John Bird.
No way.
Hey, now,
Oh,
that
my
was phenomenal. That was pretty good.
It was a fun time most of the time.
Got a BJ, caught on the toilet.
Yeah, eaten by a dinosaur, all kinds of fun stuff.
What was up with the graphics on that dinosaur deal? They couldn't find anything more updated.
It's been there since my kid was 3 and he's 24 now. So I don't think that they maybe had the budget to update it.
they should do something with that 'cause that's a little sketch.
Yeah, but y'all go to the McQueen Center. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
But don't do like Boomer. Boomer's like going up to the kid and saying, "Hey, are you having fun?" I'm like, you don't want to.
Yeah,
Boomer,
don't
come
be-
on, come
don't
on,
do
just
that.
come on, yeah.
I can't believe you got Boomer to use the camera there at the end.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Boomer, you need to really work on your camera work. If you notice, most of the time it was like here.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I'm glad y'all had fun.
We did.
We did. It really is. It's helpful to all of us when y'all take John Bird somewhere because it keeps
Yes.
him in a good mood.
It does.
Just like JT says he's going to take you to the beach.
I can't wait. I've been looking. I can't afford like Walmart swimming trunks. So if anybody has any that are like size 38, you can send them to me. Or
super chat money for swimming trunks.
That's right. That's right. And I'm looking at going to Salvation Army. There's a really nice one in Hoover. See if I can find some. You know.
I actually picked up some. I don't wear swimming trunks. Sometimes I'll just go swimming in my underwear.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought a pair at Costco a couple days ago.
Costco's got some good clothes. They got some good stuff there.
It was Speedo brand, I believe.
Uh-oh.
But it's not Speedo. It was just Speedo brand. So it's regular shorts, but on the inside it's got the Speedo type bicycle shorts, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'll model them on the show one day. Who knows?
Oh man, that would be awesome.
I actually did go swimming for the first time yesterday. or the day before.
Thank God, I've been hearing about it for years.
I know.
I know.
Finally.
I went. It was Tuesday. I guess it was Tuesday after the show. I went swimming. That's what it was. I had a good time.
And?
I don't know. So we bought a ladder, which is like a good sturdy ladder, but then it's only one side. So the ladder that came with it is just like a couple tubes and some really skinny steps. And every time I climb up them, I'm like shaking.
Yeah, especially if you're wet.
And so I need new ladders. I need a new ladder. It's something that's secure because I don't do heights. I'm just not good with it.
Why don't you build one out of 2x4s? Well, it might push against the...
Yeah, it's got to be something that's not going to bust the thing. Maybe y'all help me build some stairs or something.
Yeah, I can do it. I mean, I can help you build stairs. I know exactly what to do. It's in my mind. I just finished it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That quick.
Yeah. It's just like literal steps that you build, so it's not leaning against anything. You just go like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, let me stay on the tip of communists real quick. Y'all remember Jamal Bowman?
How could you forget him?
He's the guy. He was part of he was like the one male member of the squad. He was running late to a vote one time and pulled the fire alarm. Remember that? Yeah, he pulled the fire alarm. And ultimately he got voted out. He lost his most recent election. So just like every other Democrat that loses an election, they go over to CNN and start doing commentary. They must have. I think CNN's got like a government contract to bring on has-beens that no longer have a job. Jamal Bowman makes the point that, first of all, if you see the bottom, it says MAGA stars levy Islamophobic attacks against the New York City winner, which is the guy we were just talking about. Well, Jamal Bowman goes into this crazed rant about how black people in this country suffer from heart disease and other medical issues because of racism. And because racism is so prevalent in the country still today, I want you to watch this.
Catholic pro-life ministries bombed.
We are not dealing
Catholic
with America's original sin and its disease of hate and racism towards black and brown people and sexism towards women and anti-LGBTQ sentiment. We are not dealing with that. Your colleagues in the Republican Party do not hold each other accountable when it comes to the racism that comes from the party on a consistent basis.
Congressman, I mean, where are you on?
You can't be calm about this. I'm a black man in America. The reason why heart disease...
I'm white, I can't comment
Listen
on
to what I'm saying. The reason why heart disease and cancer and obesity and diabetes are bigger in the black community is because of the stress we carry from having to deal with being called the N-word directly or indirectly every day. If your colleagues would listen and try to learn and engage and grow and stop being so hateful, we could have a better country.
Jamal.
But unfortunately, we're still here.
Jamal, Jamal, I feel your passion, and I understand where you're coming from, sincerely. I really, really do. It happens on both sides, Jamal. You might think it happens more on your side. Jamal, when I leave the show, Jamal, you should see my Twitter feed.
And they're acquitted. Rodney King, Abner Louima, Eric Gardner,
Rosa Parks,
Trayvon Martin, black cops in Memphis. It's not the same. And I don't want to qualify or quantify pain. That's not what I'm talking about. Everyone goes through pain. But the racism in this country is a disease that will destroy us. And it's destroying us right now as we speak. January 6th, everybody was pardoned. Everybody's pardoned. Riots in L.A., they're insurrectionists. But we pardoned everyone January 6th.
So, Congressman,
this is America.
First of all, it's always going back to January 6th.
Yeah.
Second of all, he looks like a giant turd.
Whoa.
Like Mr. Hanky. Is that what it is, Mr.? What's the guy's name?
Mr. Hanky from South Park. Yeah.
Or maybe a Tootsie Roll. So let me get this straight. Because people have been called the N-word, it has caused them to contract diabetes. That's what he said.
Something along those lines, yeah.
Any comment, John Bird?
No.
It's okay.
I'll say so. I can say this, that the more I hear people talk about race and they bring it up and the louder they get, sometimes I wonder who the real racist is.
Well,
I can tell you right now. But I won't because I don't want to get booted.
Yeah, don't do that. Speaking of the mayoral candidate, 50 Cent has come out and spoken out against him because remember, he started supporting Trump because he was afraid of the Democrats taxing him into oblivion. This guy's going to do the same thing. I mean, he's not just regular Democrat raise your taxes. He's like, if you make a lot of money, we're going to tax you at like 70% or something ridiculous, you know? And he came out and has offered the mayoral candidate $258,000 to get lost and drop out of the race.
Wow.
Whoa.
He said, I'll give you $250K. I don't know what the 258, if there's some significance to that.
I bet there is.
But he says $250 to get lost and drop out of the race. He should take it. I mean,
absolutely.
Probably so after taxes, it comes out to a flat 150.
Yeah, and we'll see if he's actually a socialist or not, because if he is, he won't take that money.
Right. Or he's thinking to himself, the number's got to be bigger.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he's getting paid much more than that somewhere else.
Yeah, he's getting paid by the George Soros Fund or something.
Add a couple zeros, probably.
This dude's a plant.
And they got to do it right now. The globalists have to send in a communist to New York because right now is the only time they can try to push it through, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because illegals can still vote there. Am I correct about this?
In New York?
Yeah, New York City.
In state elections? I believe so. At least that was the case at one point.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, he wants to abolish ICE. He wants to abolish the NYPD. He wants to abolish prisons. So that could create... Now, wealthy people in New York are already starting to reach out to their proper... What would you call them? Real estate brokers. And saying either, hey, I changed my mind about buying there until this race is over, or I want to move out. They're like, get me out of here. And they're all going to head to Florida. They're all going to head to South Florida, where their money will go much further anyway. And they'll be taxed much less.
Is this the end of the largest city in the country?
If that dude wins, absolutely.
I'm still curious to know this civil war I keep hearing about. Is this, do you think this is going to be like federal versus cities or states or something? Or you think that's even a thing? Because, I mean, that's how it started in 1961 or 1861. It was states against other states and all the rules they had. And our states have really big different rules right now, depending upon where you go. And there's all this controversy. And I think they're really trying to push a civil war because it's the big divide and conquer. What more would a globalist want than America to be at war with itself?
Yeah.
And I hope I'm wrong, but
I don't know.
I'm scared.
Sorry.
Well, don't be scared unless you live in New York.
Yeah. At least for now.
Well, let's say I wanted to visit there. I don't now. In 1988, it was pretty good. It was kind of a shithole in places. But, I got to go. I had my acid-washed jean outfit.
When was this? When did you go to New York?
1988. I was looking fine as strawberry wine.
In 1988, you went to New York. Have you been there since?
No. I went with a group when I was Mr. John teaching gymnastics, remember, and ballroom dancing. And, I went and I had this thing.
We can't tell if this is a real story or
not.
not.
No, it is. I had this thing for Kendra. And to me, she was so hot. She's not so hot now. But back then, and I came so close to love in New York. But it didn't happen. But I was so close. That was that night in the Italian restaurant that was underground. We almost had a Lady in the Tramp moment with the spaghetti.
Oh, wow.
If that had happened, forget about it. Then I thought I would catch a feel in the pool. Didn't happen. But, I mean, it was 88 then. We were freer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different time.
Instead of Goodfellas, it was Old Fella.
That's right. No, I wasn't old back then. I was 25 years old.
I was 3 at that time.
Dang.
In 80, did you say 88?
88.
Yeah, I was 3 years old.
I would have been 10, but I was in New York City in 1997. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to New York City more recent than both of you guys.
Yeah.
Because I went in 2007-ish, 2008.
Oh, yeah, you didn't get to see. Was that your first time?
No, it actually may have been like 2012. This has been my only time.
So you didn't get to see the towers?
No, maybe it was like 2008. No, I didn't get. It was after the towers.
Yeah, I did get to see the towers. I actually got pictures of them.
It was after the controlled demolition.
You know what? On second thought, I should have gone there instead of 88. I should have gone in 89. That's when I should have gone.
Yeah.
A little shout out there.
For what? What does that mean?
None of your bizwax corn shooting tootin' tax.
Okay. All right, let's talk about more dumbasses. Let's go Jasmine
I love
Crockett.
dumbasses.
She was on Capitol Hill today talking about the immigration issue, which was completely irrelevant from what I understand to what they were discussing. But she wanted to bring up a burning question that everybody in America has. What about Melania Trump's legal status? Is she here legally, or should she be deported?
In this country. And since we're talking about integrity, I'm confused as to why my Republican colleagues aren't talking about the lack of integrity when it comes to the president's family's visas. Let me remind y'all that Melania, the first lady, a model, and when I say model, I'm not talking about Tyra Banks, Cindy Crawford, or Naomi Campbell level, applied for and was given an EB-1 visa. And what that stands for is an Einstein visa. Now, y'all that don't know, let me tell you how you receive an Einstein visa. You're supposed to have some sort of significant achievement, like being awarded a Nobel Peace Prize or a Pulitzer, being an Olympic medalist, or having other sustained extraordinary abilities and success in sciences, arts, education, business, or athletics. Last time I checked, the First Lady had none of those accolades under her belt. It doesn't take an Einstein to see that the math ain't mathin' here.
The math ain't mathin' here.
She made a joke.
She's so fake, man. She wants to act like she's hard and hood.
She kind of looked like a dandelion in that.
She was like twitching when she was doing her little spiel.
Well, she wanted to do that head thing in 3 snap, but she was trying to keep it in
It was down in her body instead.
Yeah, she was just trying to keep it from going.
My favorite thing about her is she spoke perfect normal English, and then all of a sudden this last year she's saying y'all, and she's got like this swag going.
A little bit of ghetto going.
Yeah, because she grew up in a pretty expensive private school and was in a sorority and all.
So she should be grateful to be an American and be in America and not try and trash it.
Oh, she's an idiot, man.
She's getting paid somewhere. Telling you.
Oh yeah.
She's an idiot.
It's all about the Benjamins.
What about Liver King? Did y'all see Liver King get arrested, or is everybody familiar with him?
Yeah, I'm familiar with him. What happened?
He apparently was making some terroristic threats to Joe Rogan and was on his way to...
Yeah.
And they arrested him.
Yep.
You didn't hear about that?
No.
Yeah.
That slipped right on by me.
He went to Austin, Texas, which is where Rogan is, and was apparently gonna, I don't know, maybe he was just gonna beat him up or whatever, but he was on his way to do something. He's very upset with Joe Rogan, and I don't know if this has got to do with Rogan saying the guy's on steroids. He obviously is. He doesn't look the way he looks because of raw liver. Okay, you're doing something else, and maybe it's not steroids. Maybe it's a different diet that you're doing off camera or whatever, but. Very suspicious, and he was a big star, man.
Yeah, he was.
He garnered a lot of attention. Here's a video that he posted. You see how rough he looks. He posted this video, I guess, right before he headed to Austin to meet Joe Rogan.
Okay, real quick. P.S. What I'm hoping is that you, Joe Rogan, are thinking, I'm going to choke that motherfucker out, lights out, I'm going to choke him out. And I kind of hope that if you win, that's how it happens, because, like, to wake up from that dream, that's a good feeling. And then anything else that you could break on me, break it on me. I hope that you won't feel me tap. That's never happening, tapping, because I have something actually to fight for. Actually, that's my family. I have a principle to fight for. That's what I'm, what if he actually does what he's saying? What if that would be interesting? That would be interesting. What do you have to fight for? You're fighting. I hope you're mad. You should choke me out. You know how to do that. You're trained. You're trained. You got a black belt. Black belt in jiu-jitsu. I hope you choke me out. And if you don't choke me out, these other limbs will be interesting. Should be very interesting. That's the PS. I already thought about my game plan. I don't have a plan. I'm not going to train. But I hope you've been training. And I'm ready whenever you're ready. If it's tomorrow, that will be great. Let's do it as soon as possible. If it's not tomorrow, then just whenever you're ready. Yeah. This is actually happening. And just remember on the backside, this is good. It's fun. It'll be fun. It'll be like, there's real tension, real fight, no, shame on you, bro. Shame on you. I'm going to make you pay. I am going to actually make you pay. And what you pay will be donated to Good and True. So that's how barbarians bleed.
Dang.
The message.
Okay.
So this dude, I mean, there's obviously some mental illness going on there.
Yeah, it's like Gandalf the Brown or something going on.
Maybe, you eating all that raw meat and you got some worms in your brain.
That sounds about right.
Like you got a tapeworm and it's just chewing your brain up.
Did he basically say, you're going to kick my ass the whole time? Just talking about choking him out and all that. He never really said, I'm going to kick your ass or anything like that. He was saying, when you choke me out and you've got a black belt, what?
No, he was alluding to that he was going to come down there and do something to Joe Rogan, and if he wanted to try to fight back, he could. But
see, I was even a little skeptical. Like, to me, it seemed like his intention was to challenge him to a fight. He just took the video too far.
It did kind of get that vibe.
Yeah,
but
you still can't do that.
You still can't do that because this dude looks like he's legitimately crazy. He's angry at Joe Rogan. There's no doubt about that. But
did Joe Rogan do something?
No, other than
he called him out on the steroid thing a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
So, and to call that guy out on doing steroids, you're ruining his whole gimmick of all I do is eat raw meat, and that's why I look the way I do. But just the look in his face, the way he was speaking, like something's off. And he actually shot another video after he got arrested, and I guess appeared before court. And this is the video from that. He's got an ankle monitor on now.
But Rogan versus Liver King, again, it's not what you think. I'm talking about the filmmaker, the actual genius comedian, Good and True. That guy's Good and True. I'll pick a funny fight with him. So we're going to go there for that reason. But 200 yards. Restrain myself I must do. If anybody, here's how we do it. If anybody's last name is Rogan and you're in the capital of Austin, Texas, like Capitol Hill stuff place, like where they make laws like Rogan versus Liver King, where bullies that are big, that don't just do Good and True, are held accountable, yeah, that's where I'm gonna go. So if you don't mind, just don't be there for a little while within 200 yards. Oh, how about this? If your first name starts with a J and the last name is Rogan, announce yourself if you're at Capitol. In the actual Capitol, like where it looks really cool. Where is it at? Where are you at, Capitol?
I think we know who
we're going.
he's talking
Somewhere,
about.
I don't know if I can see it. Yeah, boy! That's how all roads actually bleed when you're barbarian. So we're gonna go there, and I invite everyone else to come. The news should be there. But if your first name starts with a J and the last name is Rogan, I actually do invite your family, and I take it back. I invite you to come to meet my family. That's what I invite. But because of these things, the ankle monitor and stuff like that, and because of the law, I can't invite you to do that. Not tonight. Not until after July, this date, after these
music's
results,
killing me.
which I can't
Yeah,
say.
so
After
that's, I mean, there's obviously a serious mental illness situation going on here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just based on how his verbiage and how he's talking and everything. Like,
once again, he was talking about he's a great guy, and then
now I get the vibes of someone who was using a substance for a long time and is no longer using, and now they're having lots of problems.
Yeah, it could be that.
Okay, that could be. But man, that he does have a beard game. I'd like to have his mustache, not the rest of it. Because I would do, I would trim it down a little bit, and then I would do a Wyatt Earp where I would put the wax and have it come around.
But look, his face is like folding in. Like he's starting to look like a bulldog.
Yeah. Man, his calves are nothing to brag about.
So he was eating raw meat, but he wasn't doing any skincare. But if you're the Liver King and you're a warrior, as he says, you kind of want to look like that, right?
I guess.
Look like a Viking.
I was just going to say Viking, yeah.
So I guess, I don't think he lived in Austin. So is he now confined to a hotel? And how much money is this guy got? Can we Google net worth for a Liver King?
I think he probably made a good bit off the talk.
But the Liver King net worth. Let's see what he's got. His name is Brian Johnson. Is not publicly available and is difficult to estimate. While he has gained significant popularity and wealth through his social media presence and ancient nutrition supplements business, specific details remain private. So he's got a supplement business too? Was it like liver capsules? And
let's find out.
Liver King supplement
Grind
store.
up some steak and stuff it in a capsule.
Ancestral Supplements Starter Pack. $125, man.
Yeah.
Throw that up on the screen. Let's
This one, that's him?
I guess. Ancestral Supplements, that seems like his website. Huh.
Oh, at least he's giving 10% off right now.
Grass-fed beef liver, it says. So it is liver capsules.
Oh, we have a mystery
mystery discount. How much is it?
I ain't going to do that.
I'm going to get that.
The next thing you know, I got a whole bunch of new things. But yeah, it's a little expensive.
Crazy. Well, yeah, so don't take those supplements because you're going to be acting like that guy.
Yeah.
That's not good PR, by the way. Actually, so buy my supplements and you can be batshit crazy like me.
Man, yeah, that just, I mean, I've got issues. I know.
Yeah, you do.
But I ain't batshit crazy. I take good supplements like I was showing everybody Tuesday. I take good supplements.
You take a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. What else? Look at John Byrne.
I know. I'm sorry. I looked over there.
We will, I wish I could piece this together with the first part. I think I will for the Bubba Army podcast.
Yeah.
But
I'd like to think it was YouTube's fault on that. And
I think
not what we said.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. But with that said, we'll go ahead and dip out and
real quick, Bama Phoenix said that it was $310 million.
He's worth $310 million.
Yeah.
Dang.
Wow.
We'll dip out of here and then we'll come back on the other side with the members only. Y'all just, it takes a little longer than I anticipated because remember last time it took us like 30 minutes to start the members only. We will we'll try to do that quicker this time. But before we do, we need to do a simple final words. And I want to start with the one and only Tony Gall.
Okay. I had other things to show, but I'll show on the members only. So final words, stay positive. Hope there's not a civil war.
No, this is part of your final words.
Okay, I'll show everybody that. All right.
Yeah.
So I went out.
That's why I did them early. So
okay, I did the music video thing. They contacted me, and I went there after the podcast Tuesday. So there's me and Cassio Kid.
Look at that
in the background.
Cassio's a wild-looking guy.
Now this is why I really went. This guy right here, Brett Scallions. He was the lead singer of Fuel. Great guy, and he was super nice in person.
He almost looks like Kid Rock in that picture.
Yeah, with that hat.
Yep. So he was super nice. I mean, stood up to meet me and everything, and then we even talked for like 5 minutes. So very pleased about that. And then I was involved in a music video. I was in it. I was jumping up and down and stuff. And And I know I got the Bubba Army shirt in there because there was cameras on me, and I was right in front of the lead singer when they were filming. And I've got the same song stuck in my head. I can't get it out.
They had to play it 200 times.
Oh, it was kept over and over and over, and then halfway through, if they didn't like what they saw, they'd cut it and then start from the beginning, and
And this
like
is the Charlie Reese Band. You heard us talking about it when David Lynham was on here. This is their music video.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name of the song?
Yeah, it's what should I? Yeah, it's "Beer Don't Lie." Is the
Beer
name of
Don't
the song.
Lie.
Yeah, it's like a rock anthem kind of thing.
Yeah.
A little bit of country, but rock mainly.
It's all on Spotify and Apple Podcast. You can find that song.
Right. And I took some video, and there's lots more pictures, but I just don't want to show all that yet until they release the video.
You don't want to blow his load.
Nope.
What if you? What?
I know what that means.
Okay. Well, you're the one going getting a blowjob at the McWayne Center.
Well, and it was a tornado of a time.
But I'll say this in my final words.
Yes.
Brett was one of my favorite rock stars of all time that I looked up to, Jimmy Page, etc. But for some reason now, my favorite rocker now is David Lynham.
Nice.
Just because, yeah, he's now my new hero in the music world.
Nice. You sure you don't want to show any extra stuff?
Nah, it's all right. I don't. Maybe I could, but
You do it
maybe
there-
members only. Or
We'll do it
something.
on members only.
Okay.
Yeah, because that stuff's out there. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
John Bird, final words and take your time. Although I might have to go pee if you go too long.
David Lynham is my favorite rocker too.
Oh, you didn't think about
Is that a
him,
jab
or-
at me? What's up?
No.
Yeah, because he's a musician.
No, I'm not. I had a failed past, but you know what? I enjoyed what I did, and I would like to tell everyone that July 1st, I've got I'm re-releasing the album we did in 1991. It's been remixed and it'll be on all platforms. And
Maybe you can be Tony's favorite rocker at that point.
That's my hope.
Is this a post black and white, or is this video, or just audio?
No, I mean
Cassette
it's
tape?
audio. It's on
Okay.
it's on it'll be on Spotify, Apple
Wait,
Music.
post black and white. Was
Well,
that
he's
a-
old now. I just wanted to make sure.
What
it was...
the hell?
I'm sorry.
Well, actually, oddly enough, the name of the album is Dreams in Black and White.
Oh, really?
So I know you meant to do that.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
I know that's what you meant. But take care of yourself and all that shit. That's it. I'm just mad. Everybody has disappointed me. Everybody on the chat has disappointed me. You have disappointed me. You have disappointed me. And you know what? I'm disappointed in myself.
John Bird, the fat pig's trying to tell you hello. He said good evening, bubbles and all. He put you in there. He didn't put us in there.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Okay, the fat pig, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm sorry that I said that. That was, I took an extra lion's mane tablet, and that kind of made me, a little weird. So I wanted to apologize. Andrew, I want to apologize to you. I want to apologize to you, Tony. I want to apologize to everyone out there because, everyone in my life I've pushed away.
Oh, no.
People have loved me unconditionally, and I pushed them away. I pushed away friends. I pushed away family at times, and I don't want to push you guys away. I don't want to push you away, and I don't want to push you away. And you know what? I will eat this pastrami or whatever the fuck it is with pride. I'm going to do it for you, not for me, not to make myself feel better. For you, because I love you. And I love you. I love you. Thank you.
I was thinking while you did that speech, one person that you'd probably never be able to push away would be Boomer. Because Boomer sticks around like a...
Boomer, I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize to him. He's not going anywhere.
I'm going to make a list of everybody that's on here, and the members thing. I'm going to apologize to them individually.
Even though he put the N-word in the chat, but outside of that, he's good.
Outside of that,
we need some moderator decorum.
Was it an A or a hard R?
It was an A. He was trying to make a point of it's just a word. Everybody chill.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe put some little star emojis in there or something.
Only Angry Shakespeare.
Yeah. Only Angry Shakespeare can say that.
That's true.
And it's censored.
Yes.
So, All right, we're going to get out of here. Coming up next, members only, so be on the lookout for that via YouTube. And thanks for subscribing. If you're not a member, make sure you go sign up for a membership. It's only $4.99 a month. You're going to have to do it on a desktop or your Android phone. Apple won't let you do it from the YouTube app. I don't know why. But $4.99 a month, totally worth it. You can hang out with us here in just a matter of moments. Thank you, fellas.
Yes, sir.
For all you do. Mm-hmm. You okay, John Burns?
Yeah, a little itchy nose.
Thank you, everybody in the chat.
Thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you, Bubba Army. Until next time, circles.